We're now joined by somebody who, will be interested to hear what the view is of the party's former General Secretary, Lord McNicol, on his assessment of where things went wrong for Labour. I mean, we've heard the take of Richard Bergen, who says it was a Brexit election. We've heard the take of Caroline Flint, who says that actually it was not connecting with some of those traditional heartlands, whether that was on Brexit or Jeremy Corbyn. What's your assessment of what happened?
So both of them are right. Brexit was a huge issue within the election, but as Caroline said, it wasn't the only issue. On the doorstep, door after door, Jeremy came up, both as an individual and trust in Jeremy to be Prime Minister, but also within the manifesto and the delivery of that. And then there was another issue about where we were targeting. Richard Bergen talked about 2017. In 2017, we did put resources in to make sure that we held on to our Labour seats. That wasn't done this time, and we didn't do that. And even in
So it was a bit too ambitious, you're saying, that they went on the attack too much in Tory-held marginals rather than shoring up support in some of those that you won last time?
So you always shore up the support in the seats that you need to hold. And, we saw that, we're down 59 seats, we're down to 203, the worst result since 1935, worse than Michael Foot in 1983. So you need to do both. You need to shore up where you need to return your MPs, and then you need to go on the offensive as well. So even in 2017, we still lost 6 members of Parliament in 2017. If we'd held on to them, we would have been in a better position. But too much of the support, too much of the resources was going into places, Chingford, Uxbridge, seats that we were never ever going to win. And if we had put those resources into Kensington, or actually moved some of those resources up to the north of England, we may well have had a far better result and ended up in a better position.
And why were those mistakes made? Was it because people learned the wrong lessons from 2017, or do you think it was the ground war wasn't quite good enough, or people were just in denial at some of the issues on the doorstep?
I think it was actually all of those. But the biggest issue, and the one that kept on coming through time and time again, was Jeremy, and was his ability to be Prime Minister, and trust in him. It just wasn't there when you were speaking to people on the doors. And yes, of course, Brexit was a big part of that, but actually being able to reach out to the communities that we have represented for decades, and offer them something that they can see is the best way forward and is right for them, and something that they actually trust and believe in, and believe that we can deliver on, is just so important, and we just didn't do that.
Is it right to lay so much blame at the foot of Jeremy Corbyn, though? I mean, Labour's lost 4 general elections in a row now. I mean, he wasn't leader for all of them. No. He was also leader in 2017 when you performed much better than expected. Yeah. Is it really his fault?
Well, yes, because Jeremy Corbyn and Corbynism control the whole of the Labour Party just now, the National Executive, the Shadow Cabinet, the policy agenda. This election sat around Corbynism and Jeremy Corbyn. So yes, it absolutely does lie there. We do need some time of reflection, but actually there's some really important decisions coming up in Parliament over the coming weeks and over the coming months. And immediately we need to be holding Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, as you heard earlier, their feet to the fire in terms of their policies. And, Richard Bergen's right on the delivery. Will Boris Johnson deliver on the NHS? Will he deliver on education? You look at the inequality that is out there just now, you look at the homelessness that's on the street, it's as if the Conservatives have not been in government for the last 9 years. They've been there for the last 9 years, they've been in power for the last 9 years, but what we need now is to hold them to account for the decisions that they're going to make.
Do you think that means that Jeremy Corbyn should stand down now?
Yeah, I think, Jeremy should stand down now. We should move to a caretaker leader.
Like who?
So
I mean, John McDonnell says he doesn't want to do it. Who would you go to?
We'll go to one of the grandees from before, so the Harriet Harman or Hilary Benn or Yvette Cooper. Bring in someone who can actually put the pressure on Boris Johnson, on the Conservatives, while we go through, while we go through the next leadership election.
At the same time, though, is that not just turning the clock back? I mean, the people that you mentioned in many ways are from an era which also failed to win against the Conservative Party.
Yeah, no, it did. But what we need to do is get into a leadership election so that we can actually work out, as Caroline said, what are the answers to the problems that we face just now? What are the solutions? And Labour win when there are a broad coalition reaching out across the whole of the country, not just the Northern Heartlands, not just the metropolitan cities across the United Kingdom, but reach out across the whole of the United Kingdom and into Scotland as well.
Richard Bergen, in the interview, said that one of the things that came up on the doorstep about Jeremy Corbyn was anti-Semitism. Yeah. Now, there have been accusations that some of the issues come from your time when you were General Secretary. John McDonnell said last year the party, for example, was bringing forward mechanisms that should have been implemented ages ago, i.e. when you were in charge. Yeah. Do you take responsibility for it?
So yes, and I apologise for some of those decisions that were made. We have the EHRC investigation that's going on just now, but Jeremy Corbyn was the leader of the Labour Party, and Jeremy Corbyn could have and should have acted. It's fine to say, you know, we are going to have zero tolerance to anti-Semitism. That is correct. But what then follows from that is leading, and actually leading by example. We tried to bring forward extra members of staff to investigate anti-Semitism that was arising across the Labour Party membership. That was blocked. Many of the other proposals that came through in the earlier reports were implemented. This is something that started and rose under Jeremy Corbyn. I mean, it could have been and should have been eradicated. People should have been suspended immediately, they should have been investigated, and they should have been dealt with. We're still dealing with it now.
Those on the left, some are close to Jeremy Corbyn, claim that some of those blockages came from you as well.
Absolutely not. There were systems and processes that were in place. They were worked through. The staff and the team who were investigating and taking these through to the National Constitutional Committee, through to the Disciplinary Committee of the National Executive Committee, were all pushed and were all moved forward. And it was time after time that the political leadership should have and could have absolutely delivered on these and stopped them and moved on it. And that just did not happen.
OK. Looking forward, who do you want to be the next leader of the Labour Party? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, so we have, I think one of the things that's really exciting and really interesting is looking at the runners and riders who are coming forward. We have a lot of very strong and very good women coming forward. So Caroline was talking about Lisa Nandy, possibly Angela Rayner. We've got Keir Starmer. You know, there are a great group of people out there, but what they need to do is analyse the issues. And no, actually, it's not about analysing the issues. It's about how do you build that broad coalition of support going into those communities where we lost and understanding why we lost, because they are the communities that are going to suffer under this Conservative government.
OK, Lord McNicol, thank you very much for being on the programme this morning and offering your analysis.
Thank you very much.